What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be going over pulseX. What is pulseX? There's a ton of other videos out there already explaining it, but I'm going to make one for my channel, for my viewers, so you guys can get a thorough understanding. We're going to go through the website, look over the sacrifice phase, things like that. And the next video we'll go over the actual testnet so you guys can actually see what it is. So let's go ahead and get into what is pulseX. So as you can see, there's a sacrifice phase. So like I explained in the last video on pulsechain, there's a sacrifice. So for every dollar that you sacrificed, you receive 10,000 points of pulseX. So we're assuming those points will turn into pulseX tokens. So let's see how much was sacrificed. So, and I want you guys to understand, this sacrifice was something unprecedented, to me at least. People sent $975 million to a random address. I mean, basically it's just a random address. There was no KYC, there was no receipt. I mean, you have your transaction log on the blockchain, but there was no, when you're making a donation, you get like a receipt. There's none of that. Okay, this is just people who had faith in this project, in this founder, in this economic energy, and they sent as you can see, $975 million to this address. All right, so they even broke it down for you in hex. They sent $500 million worth of hex to this address. They sent $250 million of Ethereum to the address, $100 million in USDC, $40 million in Tether, 5.5 million in DAI, and the list goes down and down and down and down. Just madness, man. Geez, this was a fun time. So this sacrifice occurred January 1st of 2022, maybe a day before that, or a week before that, so somewhere around that time. And it's over now, so you guys missed it, but the coin is now out yet. So when Pulse and pulseX come out, you have an opportunity to get in on day 1, day 2, day 3, the first week, first month, whatever the case is. It's not out yet, so just prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get some capital ready, and that's where most of the money is made. You get in these new coins, these new companies with product market fit at the bottom. You want to get in at the very beginning. You normally do well. You just have to hold. Okay, don't FOMO, don't sell, don't you got a little 10x. Whatever the case is. Congratulations. If that's enough to retire you, then go ahead. Retire yourself. But these things can go absolutely parabolic. 1,000x, 10,000x. Like really do your research, watch some videos, learn about delayed gratification. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Sacrifice phase is over. Go ahead and make myself smaller over here. All right, project status. After the pulsechain mainnet release, sacrificers will be able to access their free pulseX. To keep up to date with the latest pulseX announcement, join the pulseX Telegram chat and follow the pulseX Twitter. So this volume bonus has something to do with the sacrifice phase. We don't need to worry about that. All right, so this will be the most liquid exchange on pulsechain. So in my other videos, I've explained what a DEX is, what a decentralized exchange is. This is what a decentralized exchange is. This is a perfect real life example of what one will be. All right, so it is a fork of Uniswap. So if you're familiar with Ethereum, Uniswap is the premier DEX on Ethereum, or decentralized exchange. When I say DEX, that means decentralized exchange. All right, so pulseX is pulsechain's exchange. pulseX enables you to exchange tokens or PRC20s on pulsechain for another. For example, you could swap pulsechain's native token Pulse for pulsex's token pulseX. It works like Uniswap on Ethereum. Bridges also let people trade currencies from other chains on pulseX. So let me see if I can. Okay, we cannot click on that. And like I said, I'll go into another video where I actually show you guys what it looks like on the testnet. So the world's largest yield farm. Every time people swap from one coin to another on pulseX, liquidity providers earn fees as a reward. Users can bridge in their ERC20s and pair them with free PRC20s in order to provide liquidity and earn fees. This also backs the value of the PRC20s that they got for free. So the second pulseX incentive token. In order to enhance pulsex's success, another token will exist to further incentivize liquidity providers beyond the fees they're already making. When they become liquidity providers, they will receive LP tokens that they can deposit into a yield farm. This not yet named token is emitted with decreasing inflation over time. A DAO chooses which trading pairs received this incentive and what rates and at what rates. Only addresses with pulseX balances get to vote on the DAO. So pulsex's goal. pulseX is a Uniswap fork with pulseX liquidity provider incentivization. Its goal is to provide pulsechain users with the best possible trading experience and yield farm with a strong focus on incentivizing ERC20 holders to bridge in and back the value of their PRC20s. So let's go ahead and move on. pulseX is designed to increase in value. So this is the thing with Richard Hart products. They're products, not projects, but they're designed to increase in value. He's designing them to be worth trillions of dollars in value. Okay, he's in this for legacy. All right, so he's creating something that's literally designed to go up in value. Comprehend that for a second. So, the best asset class in history. Cryptocurrencies have outperformed every other asset class over the last 10 years. There's a reason for that. They remove counterparty risk and middlemen, allow for privacy, have better uptime than your bank and credit card network. Cryptocurrencies allow for a better way to log into things. They can work as cryptographic username and password pairs, independent of platforms. You get high yield, so you can provide the Pulse or PRC20s that you hold as liquidity to pulseX and earn yield on them. This is less risky than trading and allows you to earn predictable income on your crypto. Cryptocurrencies have the highest yields in the world, far exceeding those of other asset classes. So this is very, very, very true. So I'll make another video on liquidity providing, and what the fees look like there. And like I said, in the testnet, we'll go through pulseX and see what the testnet numbers look like. I believe the last time I checked, it was like 50%, 40%, 70%, whatever the case is. And this is after like maybe 7 months after it's been released on the testnet. So in the beginning, it's way more ridiculous. Okay, they can start at 1,000% APY, 500%, whatever the case is. So you want to get in as early as possible so you can get the bulk of that APY. And as time goes on, it will get lower and lower and lower, but it will not go as low as a bank. A bank gets you like what, 0.3%, 0.1%, whatever. Like, just ridiculous. Like, not even worth it. These things are yielding you at least 7, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. All right. An example of one that's still going good is PancakeSwap. So I believe that the PancakeSwap came out in the end of 2020, possibly. And in the beginning, they were giving out 1,000% APY. And now, as of right now, I believe they're still giving out around 60% APY on their yield farming, their single-sided staking, things like that. So pulseX is a fork of Uniswap, but their farming, their yield farming, their single-sided staking comes from the PancakeSwap setup. So we'll get further into that as we go into other videos. So let's go ahead and continue. The most transparent trading in the world. Not only can you see on-chain what addresses trade which assets, you can also see transparently which addresses sold, bought, and how much money it has left to buy more. So this is exactly the benefits of cryptocurrency. All right, so you can go to etherscan.io and you can literally look up who the bag holders, the top 1,000 holders of whatever coin you want to look at. You find an address somewhere randomly, you can type it in, you can see what they're holding. It's going to be the same thing for Pulse. You'll be able to see exactly what they're holding, how much Pulse they have, how much USDC they have, what they did, when they sold, when they bought. I mean, you can literally see everything. I mean, every single transaction is on the blockchain, on the ledger, and it is available for you and me, and there's no cost to it. There's absolutely zero cost. This is free stuff, man. This is public information. It's a public ledger, so nothing can be hidden, nothing can be changed, erased, anything. It's immutable. So that is another benefit. So let's continue. Efficiency. With Bitcoin, you need from minutes to hours until a transaction confirms, and that is very true. It's very, very slow over there on Bitcoin. And transacting costs you multiple USD in fees. Transacting on pulsechain costs you less than a penny, and confirmation happens in about 3 seconds. pulseX utilizes this network to allow for fast and cheap swaps between Pulse and PRC20. So this is a great benefit if you like fast, cheap fees. So you know, if anyone's ever dealt with Bitcoin, I don't know if you have or you haven't. I don't talk about it on this channel, but if you have some experience with it, you know that it takes 30, 40, 50 minutes to do a single transaction. You want to send $20 to your friend, you want to send $20 to your wallet, you know what I'm saying? It takes at least that long, all right? Very slow, very old technology, has not upgraded, and you know, things like Ethereum and pulsechain are just there to upgrade, become faster, become cheaper in fees, and just a better use case for the everyday investor, the noob investor, you know, the no coiner, you know, just the everyday person, 9 to 5 guy who wants to play around, get his feet wet in cryptocurrency. This is for them, all right? You don't want to spend $20 on a transaction, $10 on a transaction. I mean, even in your typical bank, you're paying at least $20, $25 for a wire transfer. I mean, that's ridiculous, you know, and that takes 24 hours, 72 hours, you know. With this, it takes 3 seconds, okay, guys? 3 seconds, less than a penny. You know, this is the future, all right? So, pulseX only becomes more rare. pulseX has lower fees than most competing exchanges. The fee to users is lower than on most competing exchanges. Most tokens inflate at high rates while pulseX never inflates. The supply only becomes more rare as 21% of all fees could be used to buy up the price and burn the freshly bought pulseX. So this is another major feature, and I recommend you guys to check out K4K's video. So type in K4K Crypto on YouTube, and he goes way more in depth on the buy and burn function of pulseX. This is one of the guys I watched in the very beginning and got a lot of understanding of how it actually works. So what's happening is for every transaction there's a fee. There's a small fee, right? Less than a penny. And within that fee, the pulseX contract, smart contract, they are buying up more pulseX. Okay, so for every transaction, pulseX is automatically being bought, and then it's being burnt, so it is never to be in circulation again. So if you're buying up an asset and you're taking it away off the market, that means price only goes up and to the right, all right? So it is deflationary, and it is being bought and burnt. Not just burnt, it's being bought, adding to economic value to the network, but it's also being burnt after that. So it can never be sold again, transferred, none of that, all right? Major. Check out K4K's video on that. So scroll down some more. pulseX is awesome. So trading fees, dirt cheap. pulseX will have a 0.29% fee that users pay on every swap. That is less than SushiSwap, Trader Joe, QuickSwap, and Uniswap. 76% of all trading fees could be distributed to liquidity providers. 21% could be used to buy and burn pulseX, reducing its supply over time. 0.01% of all traders' value goes to an address you must have no expectations of. So pulseX will have the most liquidity on pulsechain. The initial liquidity for pulseX comes from a bot called the AMM ratio fixer bot. It harvests over around 99.9% of many coins liquidity from Uniswap, SushiSwap, and other popular markets at launch, then recreates those pairs on pulseX and adds the liquidity it has harvested along with fresh pulse to make pulseX the vastly most liquid exchange on pulsechain. As users want the best deals for their trades, they tend to go where the liquidity is the largest. That creates volume. As liquidity providers make profit on volume, they are likely to deposit on the exchange with the most volume. It is hard for new competitors to overcome the critical mass of so much liquidity in one place. All right, so it's good to have all the liquidity in a single place. So centralized liquidity also means the best deals for users because it results in low slippage, meaning the price moves against them less when they swap. It also means that fewer arbitrage bots become rich, equalizing the prices from different liquidity sources. It's basically more efficient. And summary of everything we just went over: pulseX has lower fees, the most liquidity on pulsechain, and only becomes more rare because it is a deflationary token. All right, guys. So this was pulseX. What is pulseX? We just went over a complete review. Matter of fact, let's go over, see what they got. Some frequently asked questions. We'll go over frequently asked questions and wrap up the video. So, is this PulseSwap? So originally the name was PulseSwap. Now it is pulseX, and the ticker will be PLSX. When will pulseX be released? So nobody knows. All right. In May we got 4 more weeks from Richard Hart, and now it is the end of September. So nobody knows. So how many pulseX will be there? what is the supply going to be? So the supply of pulseX will be determined by the total USD value that will be sacrificed. All pulseX will be minted to sacrificers. No developer allocation, no treasury, no insiders that get any pulseX. What will pulseX be worth? They will accrue value after you receive them. Even though price discovery will happen very fast, nobody knows what the price of pulseX after the first trade will be. So nobody knows. Sacrifice rate was 0.0001, so 3 zeros and a 1. That was the sacrifice rate. So, we're assuming that it might launch at that rate or higher. Who knows? We'll just have to find out, guys. Just, stay ready. If you want to see the code, you can see it soon. Will I be able to store my pulseX and MetaMask? Yes. If you have any more questions, you can go to the pulseX Telegram chat and they will answer your questions there. And then we just go over a quick review of Hex, pulsechain, and Richard Heart. So what is Hex? Hex.com is the world's first blockchain CD airdropped for free to Bitcoin holders. It monetizes time by allowing users to stake their coins for a fixed amount of time, rewarding them with interest. The price of Hex has gone up over 10,000x. That's over 1,000,000% so far. 2.5 years, almost 3 years. It was founded by Richard Heart, who now develops cool stuff around pulsechain. He developed pulsechain and pulseX. What is pulsechain? Pulsechain is an energy-efficient, cheaper, faster, fee-burning Ethereum fork. Every single token on Ethereum, like Hex, Link, Uni, USDC, DAI, will be copied over to pulsechain. Every ETH holder gets free PLS, which is Pulse. Should I buy Hex, sacrifice for pulsechain, or for pulseX? Nobody knows which one will perform the best. You cannot sacrifice anyways, so just get your strategy ready for mainnet when everything launches. I may make a video on my thoughts of how you want to allocate your portfolio, or you can even book a call with me, email me, we can talk about it in private, and I'll just give my personal opinion on that, which is not financial advice. Alright, so where can I learn more about Richard Heart? You can go to his personal website to read more about Richard Heart. So that is the end of the video, guys. Let's see, we don't have much more. They just got the branding over here. We just went through the frequently asked questions. So that is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed that video, go ahead and smash the like button, tap the subscribe button, share it with a friend. Tell somebody these things are coming out very soon, any day now, literally. So just stay up to tune on this channel, on Twitter, and be on the lookout, man. Just have your money ready, have your fiat ready, and be ready to invest in the ground floor of a new project that is, it could change your life. All right, so as always, I want to send infinite abundance to you now and forever, my friends, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.